Hello and welcome to the greatest patch review podcast ever. It's New Meta, episode 32. Nice and simple episode for, we've had 7.22D, is it? The one that just came out? I think so.
Yeah.
And Marco and Adam are here too to discuss the whole patch, top to bottom. Before we do, Marco, you missed the last episode. Welcome back to the fray. How have your travels been? How's your summer been?
They've been amazing. Yeah, they're absolutely incredible. Glad to be back, of course. But yeah, it's not so... When I look outside, it's not as insane as it was last week. Right.
Yeah. Adam, how have your games been? How's your life been?
D-Day, boy!
Yeah, I didn't play over the weekend because of the old day of birth.
The old
Nice.
ding.
Ding to 29 over the weekend. Feels good.
Nice.
Or feels bad. Feels old, man. We'll test. I guess we have RD2L tonight, so we'll see how bad my reflexes
I
of
was
the
going to
game.
say.
Yeah, they tick overnight.
Yeah, I mean, I just play Spirit Breaker now, so you don't even need reflexes for that. Hand off the keyboard.
Just charge into him, lol. In terms of games, I mean, we haven't really played too much because this is a Tuesday app, so I don't feel like a lot has happened. This is a Tuesday app being recorded on Monday, so we don't even get the privilege of an RD2L update. That'll be next step.
Yeah.
So I feel like in terms of games, I don't know. Marco, you just played a few parties, right? We just played a couple.
We just played a couple. Yeah. Mediocre success. Yeah.
Yeah. How was the dual lane mid experience?
I mean, we zoned Ember of all CS, me and Greeny. So yeah, Ember got no CS for the first 3-4 minutes. Then Greeny left, and then as soon as he left, I was able to start solo killing the Ember a little bit as he started to step forward a bit.
So we're saying
Yeah.
Greeny is a Beastmaster and you are a Queen of Pain. The classic dual mid against Ember.
Yep. Greeny griefed.
Is that a... To be fair, I mean, he did say I want mid beast 2 games in a row. So, but it's hard to tell whether he's been serious. I don't know.
But all he wanted was to get level 3, then go Woods, so just do that in another lane.
Is that a leaked TI9 open qualifier strat?
Definitely not. Although, yeah, I really no. I'd like Greeny to be position 4, but yeah.
When's TI9 open quals that you're playing in?
The context is TI Open Calls Wednesday afternoon, so
Ooh.
hopefully on the Friday.
Yeah. Big Friday app update, yeah. I'll say my games, actually been going pretty well. This might make Adam question my decision, but I used a rank double down token on a Warlock game. Pre-nerf, which we'll get onto later, but pre-nerf Warlock got a game in just before the patch. Easy double down, easy win. Feels good. And then my Meepo's finally back to winning ways. I'm on like a 6 win streak with Meepo now. I think only 3 of them are in solo ranked, but feels good to get some Meepo wins racking up. So yeah, my games have been pretty good recently. Adam, I don't know if you played much recently, but you said you hadn't, so I guess...
I played one game last night, Spirit Breaker game.
Yeah.
Won 5 and 33 in 31 minutes.
What?
Very cool.
That is cool. Over 1 kill involvement a minute. That's a fun game. Sounds like a fun game to me.
Yeah, we had an off-lane Skywrath mage because they had a safe lane AM, and AM just didn't get to play. It was... Spirit Breaker is actually so strong against AM. Like,
yeah.
He
He's
can't
so
ever
good.
he can't get off his counter spell between your charge bash into Nether Strike, and just makes it so easy for the rest of the team to clean him up.
It's the Spirit Breaker Ricky, the classic AM counter. You just get Ricky following you charge the AM, Ricky runs to him as well, and then as he gets hit with the charge, you smoke screen, ult, Spirit Breaker never strikes. That's a dead AM. That's the classic combo, at least. Classic Herald Smash Herald AM's combo right there.
The last time I played Spirit Breaker was because the enemy team first picked an anti-mage. So I was like, I'm having none of this.
Yeah, he just can't go anywhere. I also really like, right now that I've been playing him so much, you can set up some actually really sick charges. That's the next level thing, is like the team fight charges, as you cycle through people, or like
yeah.
the counter gank charges where people are going on your mid and you just TP behind the tier 1 and then like charge through and save people. Yeah.
Sounds good. Marco, you say the last time you played Spirit Breaker, when was that, like 2012?
No, I think it was it 20? I don't know if it was 2019 or 2018. I'm not too confident. It's in the last 9 months. I'd say that.
I actually, I have a soft spot for Spirit Breaker mid. Just putting it out there. I'm not going to explain myself at all. I'm just going to leave the listeners questioning my sanity. But coming to a podcast near you, the special edition Magic T teaches the world how to play Spirit Breaker mid. I've done it twice. I've won both games, and both times it was good. No ranked solo, but we'll work on that.
I wish someone would play it like, it's just such a shame that his kit makes it to where he shouldn't be farming, because if he like could ever build right click, say you just treat him the same as a Slardar, it'd be really fun to watch, because he does get the like greater bash chance goes up, and then he gets all these, like, he could be a right clicker and just like perma bash somebody, but he just doesn't get that farm priority.
Mask of Madness, Hyperstone.
Yeah.
But then it's like, even if you got to that point, you'd be like, man, I wish I was Slardar, just perma bashing people.
Yeah.
It'd be really fun.
You could have 40 damage talent and then like a 32% bash chance. Or sorry, no, 15% more bash damage. And then it's 42% bash chance. Like, that is sick.
Really? 42% bash chance?
Yeah, it's plus 25 at level 25.
Wow.
So add it to the 17.
Just get level 25, lol. And you're there.
I've gotten it a couple times, but I get the 800 health because that's like his only good talent for a support.
Yeah.
Like, all the other ones before level 20 or level 25 are just trash.
Yeah, that's true. Well, tune in on Friday then for a big new meta update. You'll hear about open quals from Marco, RD12 from Adam, and Spirit Breaker mid in Herald Pubs from me.
There you go.
That's the trifecta of good news for the Friday app.
I will say, so my coworker just started playing DotA.
Wow.
He did it on his own accord. I mean, he's talked to me about it because he plays Smite, so we talk back and forth about the games a little bit. And I guess he just kind of got interested in it, and he picked it up over the weekend. And he was just asking me today. He was just like, so he's been watching Purge a little bit. He's like, so what hero should I try? And I was like, well, it's like, Lich
what question?
was like used to be a good support to choose, but then I don't even think that would be what I'd recommend to somebody as a support now, because sacrifice isn't a thing. It's like, well, Wraith King's pretty standard, and then I thought, like, wait, what am I doing? It's like Spirit Breaker. Just pick Spirit Breaker. Like, actual. I think that is the best hero to learn on. I don't know. You can just like run at people.
Yeah. It's so hard to say. What a question.
Yeah, you should also be like, come talk to me about the game when you've played 2,000 hours, and then we'll have a reasonable conversation.
He just confirmed that the tutorial is actual just garbage, because he's like playing Dragon Knight, and then they just don't even tell you anything about what to do or what to build.
Yeah, the tutorial is just trash.
Yeah, apparently the game is very different from Smite. And it's just like the whole like just philosophy behind items and stuff and scaling on things. So he said it's like completely backwards to what he's used to.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to like get the first-hand experience of a new player. Presumably you gave him the Taco approved new meta advice of don't talk to me until you put 500 hours into Last Hit Trainer.
Well, he said he went into the Last Hit Trainer. He couldn't figure out how to deny. Like, it wasn't working, so he had to set his hotkeys. So he's doing right click deny now. So yeah, he did. That was one of the first things he did, was into the Last Hit Trainer.
I hate that right click deny.
I do too. I said I don't like that. I said I A click all the creeps. But To each their own.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Pummel out these bad habits while he's new to the game.
I think he said he tried Dragon Knight and he tried Slark. I'm like, okay, I think he was just randoming heroes and just trying out.
Yeah, Dragon Knight's a
Zeus,
cool
I
one
think.
to start. Wraith King's a super easy carry to play as well.
Yeah, he played Zeus, and because Zeus is in Smite as well, because it is based off of like gods, right? He's like,
Right.
they're pretty much the same in both games. Just a ton of damage.
Let's talk about 7.22D.
Yeah,
I don't know if Batrider's in Smite, but if he is, his sticky napalm cast range has been reduced from 700 to 550 at level 1, scaling up to 700. I mean, I feel like a lot of the changes in this patch are pretty minor. I don't know if... I guess Batrider's just good, so they want to nerf his early levels of napalm.
That's a decent little minor nerf. The hero is pretty top tier at the highest level. As we've mentioned before, it can be played in nearly every role. So,
do people usually keep only 1 point in sticky? I thought you kind of put multiple points into that early.
I think you'd get
I think
2
you do,
at least, and then maybe max Firefly.
Yeah.
What I would say with my limited experience and exposure is that you wouldn't max sticky napalm over the over Firefly. Surely not.
No, I've just seen it where, how I used to build it. It's like you'd have like 3-3-3. It's like all the skills are kind of good, so you just kind of put points into everything.
Yeah, I think you sort of level it alongside the Firefly, pretty much.
Yeah. 1 point and the W for the burst or like the tick advantage of the napalm stacks, basically.
Yeah, you can do that as well, yeah. Batrider, man, he's back. It's TI season. Batrider's going to be there or thereabouts. I don't think
he is good. He's very good.
Yeah. And his laning's very good.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a gotcha laning pick sometimes in the pro scene.
Oh, wait. Are we going to do the patch notes bottom to top?
Oh, good call, actually. Let's do it. Let's go bottom.
All right. Okay. After B, we go to Z.
Easy.
Nice call. Zeus. Base armor increased by 1, literally unkillable. Static field damage increased by 1%. I mean,
Wow.
little...
No comment.
Yeah, no comment. Little nugget for the Zeus players, whatever.
I think static field's pretty good now. You do have to hit people with it. Like, you do have to hit people with spells to get the damage, but it's a lot of damage. So...
Yeah. We'll see. I think he's pickable in the pro scene. You do see him sometimes. I'd be interested to see if he... I'd be interested to see him a bit more.
What do you see him as? Is he, 3 or 4? Mid.
Mid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Quake for
pro scene
played in
mid,
mid.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you've got a CM, I'd be happy for it to go.
I've never lost with my 4-position Zeus, just like my 4-position Quap, so...
These locked up position 4s that are sealed from playing because you've got 100% win rate.
Yep.
Warlock, this hero is perhaps the single most dominating hero in the pro scene, it seems. Maybe like Sven as well, I don't know. But Warlock seems pretty insane right now. His Fatal Bonds cooldown's been increased from 24 scaling to 18. Now it's 36 scaling to 18. So basically early levels in the bonds are going to be a much higher cooldown. And the bonds no longer bounce on Roshan. And bonds targets that are already affected by the bonds debuff are now lower priority. That basically just means double bonds is harder to land on the same heroes, if you know what I mean. I'm sure people understand what the change is.
I still think it'll be a popular pick. I don't think these changes shove it into the ground, but I still think it'll be.
I still think it's very strong.
Pretty top tier, yeah.
The bonds no longer bouncing on Roshan is a bit of a situational nerf. It does make him a bit weaker around the Roshan.
Yeah.
But I think particularly in pub games where teams don't really think about how much, if they get bonds like as a team with Roshan, that's just GG. They're just screwed and they're all just going to die.
Yeah.
To Rosh.
I think it's just 2 changes that make these gimmicky, stupid power level of the spell not exist.
Yeah.
Rosh and the double than the double Grimstroke business. So yeah, you don't get these like stupidly broken events happening, but generally the spell's still pretty strong. So
Yes.
you'll still see the guy.
Yeah, and the sort of level 15 or I guess level 12 onwards Warlock is going to be exactly the same. Perhaps even earlier if you straight up max the bonds, which I guess you do a lot of the time now. Because in that sense, it's only the gimmicky things that have been changed. The cooldown's still the same, it just doesn't scale quite as well in the early game. You can't consistently harass them with Fatal Bonds in the lane quite as much as before. You have to wait 12 seconds longer or
But even then,
8 seconds longer.
At level 2, it's 30-second cooldown, and that's just the time between creep waves, so...
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Yeah, this hero's here to stay. Such a good hero. Maybe I won't double down now. Maybe it's just tipped my Warlock into not doubling down. We'll see. Visage, very, very slight buff. It's 10 more damage on Soul Assumption and 5 more damage on the talent for Soul Assumption.
The way you said very, very, then I was like, oh, this is funny. Stan's going to follow up with the like Bulldog-esque, very, very strong comment. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Visage, who plays this hero, whatever. Don't care.
Yeah, 10 damage increase to Soul Assumption.
Cool. This is not going to make anyone pick up the hero because nobody's picking up the hero. Like the Visage player pool is like the most static player pool.
Is that just like base damage?
It sounds like just like base rather than charges.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
it
I
is
think it'll
every
be.
charge, in which case maybe it's 50 more at max charges, but it doesn't sound like the charges do more damage, so I'm not sure. If our listeners know who Visage even is, if it's like a Dota or League of Legends hero, then
Yeah.
like no one plays this guy.
We actually have no one in the Discord that plays Visage, I think. So that means we don't have any obligations for this guy.
Until they buff level 6 birds. Don't need to come back to him, I don't think.
Yeah, they did. Weehar did play a Visage in Epicenter, but there you go. Viper poison attack damage per missing health is doubled at level 1, and then scaling up to just a small buff compared to where it was before. I mean, these numbers, it's hard for me to immediately gauge how much of a difference this will make, but they've doubled it at level 1 and 25% increase at level 4. I don't know. This is one of those where I wouldn't be surprised if it makes no difference, and also wouldn't be surprised if I see a video tomorrow, like new Viper, max poison attack, whatever. I don't know.
It just seems like a good buff.
Yeah, it seems like a good buff.
So if you've got 50% of your HP missing, you now do 25 damage at level 1 versus 12.5.
Yeah, like bonus damage, I guess.
It's like, oh, it's doubled, but it's so minor that, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I suppose. And it's now that the new Viper has Q on a cooldown anyway. So it's not like the old Viper where you just spam it out.
Scales down to 0 at max.
No.
If I'm honest with you, I didn't even know that Poison Attack did this damage per missing HP thing. I was still back in the past of his passive. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it used to be passive that did damage based on missing health.
Yeah.
Yeah, something weird.
Before they put in Nether Toxin.
So I'm far behind.
Vengeful Spirit. Base intelligence increased by 2. Base damage increased by 2.
Pog.
That's Pog.
Nice. Nick Day, get your venge out.
More waves. I mean, the guy needs, or the girl, sorry. She needs int to throw out magic missiles. She's a 2 magic missile hero, so any amount of int's good.
It's another 40 mana. It's not too bad.
That's another 2 waves of terror, basically.
And another 2 damage. I mean, hero's pretty...
Confirmed broken.
How is the hero at trading in the lane? Average for a
base
support,
is
right?
so bad.
Just bad damage.
Her base is so low. It's in the 40s, I'm sure. And then the attack range is really low as well.
Wow.
Yeah, but if you wave, I mean, it's -3 armor.
I think, she trades well when your lane partner also gets stuck in, but on her own, it's less. It's not that great.
Yeah, it's pretty underwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a great lane partner.
Here's a test for the listeners. Can you, hand on heart, say that you'll notice Pit of Malice being 10 units bigger? I mean, Is this just to make it a round number?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Why was it 390?
Why was it?
Why was it 390? It's a good point, to be fair. Yeah. And then the talent changes. I don't really. I'm meant to be an Underlord player. So
Those are all good.
Yeah, it's nice.
The cast range is really nice, but also this 7 atrophy aura permanent damage. That's pretty cool. If you want to go like a more of a right clicker from your 3.
So you're saying when someone dies within atrophy aura, you get 7 permanent damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's already 5 at max. So it'd be 12 damage.
Yeah, that's
cool.
right. Yeah, I don't really want Underlord to be that good though.
I wish Underlord
different.
was.
I don't know. It's kind of like a duel, though. It's kind of like a duel. That's
It's
on.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like a jewel. Yeah.
I feel like that can get out of hand really fast.
I wish Underlord was like Dota 1. My memory of Underlord, so wasn't it quite a late Dota 2 hero?
Yeah,
Maybe,
yeah, it was.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's quite a late Dota 2 hero. My memory of it from Dota 1 was that it would be this kind of, maybe I don't know if it was mid, but it would definitely be like a first or second highest net worth. Boots of travel, often Battle Fury. I remember like Shivas and pretty sure Battle Fury, and you just go around the whole map just farming like a monster. I don't mind a bit of that action. Get a Battle Fury and just go kind of killer position 1 Underlord. That's what I'm rolling next game. I'm ranked.
Do it.
Movement speed, can't catch you.
I want like a backdoor Underlord with the ult team. Get like a Beastmaster with a Hawk and then just BOT, like Underlord ult your whole team into their racks and then backdoor with some crazy Deso team nuke and then TPL.
Silver.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Underlord's such a crap name, no offense, but Pitlord is so much better.
Yeah, Pitlord is definitely a better name.
Feels bad.
What's Tinker's name in Dota 1?
The hero name or the title?
The guy's name.
That's
Just
too
Tinker, isn't it?
Is it just Tinker?
hard.
What's the title then?
I think the title is Tinker and his name was something random.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well,
What a transition.
he's crazy intelligent now. The most intelligent Tinkerer man in the whole of the Dotaverse. And his heat-seeking missile cooldown's down to 18 seconds. Wow. Now the number's different when you rearm.
I don't
Do you
know.
have any thoughts? I mean,
You don't really skill it in lane, so it doesn't really. I mean, maybe you skill it in lane now if it's at 18.
yeah, you usually do skill it. You get it.
Well, I mean, you don't
like.
you don't max it or anything.
No, unless you're like having unless you can just shut down the opponent completely, you don't max it. You stop getting points and stuff like that at level 3 or level 4.
It's funny when you think about these changes, like heat-seeking missile cooldowns reduced. It's such a random, arbitrary change. Like, iStrike's gone, I'm going to make this cooldown lower. Like, 19 seconds, 20 seconds, 17. Like, he just threw a dartboard, and whatever it landed on, that was the new cooldown.
Yeah.
1 to 20 is like, I'll take it. If it's less than 10, I'll add 5. Like,
Yeah, it seems like it. This hero has been gradually being buffed, I feel like. I'd like him to be in the mid pool for TI, personally.
oh, really?
Yikes!
Yeah, I want him to be in the mid pool. I want him to be in the
dirty.
pool, like a cheeky tinker pick from time to time.
Oh,
You know, like a Meepo level of in the pool. So like he's there.
All it takes is one, and then it ruins it.
One, and then the other teams get an idea. All it takes is one
Yeah.
tinker win, and then everyone's flying about.
Yeah, the trickle-down effect is like avalanche down effect. Like, one tinker pick is the end of pubs.
Terrorblade, conjure image incoming damage reduced from 400% to 360%. I don't like. I mean, that annoys me because I just think about pubs when I have to run away from Terrorblade illusions because they're that strong. So making them even tankier is a bit annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary late game. Super scary late game.
Yeah, definitely. When you think about that 40% of damage reduction or whatever, damage bonus on the illusions. That'll work out to quite a lot of effective HP when TV's running around with like 50 armor or whatever, 40 or 45 armor.
Yeah,
creating good HP. So that's a nice TB buff. The hero's definitely behind the other top tier carries.
It
like
takes
your
a long
Storms.
time to get online.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. So Templar Assassin has been given the Kunkka treatment. Refraction no longer provides bonus damage when attacking allied units. This is a pretty big change. I mean, does what it says on the tin. Denies are a lot harder to come by now. You have to just right-click them with no bonus damage from refraction. A lot less of a lane-dominating force than we've seen over the past sort of 2 months with this hero. Do we have any thoughts on this change?
Well, everyone in the RD2L chat was screaming that this kills TA, and I don't agree.
I mean, if it's the exact same change mechanically that happened to Kunkka, and Kunkka used to be getting picked an awful lot, and now you see him 0. So I honestly don't. I think it's feasible that the pros go, all right, TA is no longer going to win the lane really hard. I'm not going to bother. Maybe not as bad as Kunkka, because TA can still do TA things of shove a wave and go woods, but maybe Liquid don't first pick it.
It's only a laning stage nerf, so I guess, yeah, you might not dominate, but she still does quite a bit. And why don't you just, instead of just hitting your own creeps, why don't you just hit the enemy hero and just kill them all?
More incentive to kill the hero than denying creeps. Priorities have shifted, yeah.
TA is an interesting hero. I mean, even pre this nerf, she was probably the strongest mid laner in the game when you watch pro games, just crushing. Every team had TA pickers. All the mids were running this TA. And yet at the same time, the win rate is 47% in pubs. And even in Divine/Immortal, it's only just positive, 50.05. So it's kind of an interesting balancing act in that sense, that a hero that's on a 47% win rate in pubs is receiving a nerf. I guess that shows how much better the pros can utilize the hero.
You just choke off the whole map with her.
Yeah, and she's one of those where if you have a team that communicates, you can utilize her power spikes so well with basically at all stages of the game. When you've got those levels from mid, even just with a Blightstone, and certainly when you get the Deso, you're crazy, crazy strong. But it's quite a narrow window, and it can be scuppered with a death. I mean, really hampered if you die during that time. So teams can really utilize the strength of the TA in that sense. Or they can just hard farm it. Some teams just hard farm the TA and play it as position 1.
I think the fact that it's such a good rush hero is one of its biggest selling points as well.
Yeah, definitely.
When I think, why is this hero come back into fashion? I really think that's like a top 2 reason.
Yeah, and the vision from wards are so strong as well.
Yeah, that's always been true.
Yeah, vision and Roche. Pretty good for winning pro games, I think. I'll probably pick TA in a good TA game. It's not going to detract me so much from picking her, although I'll have to see. Another change that won't affect my picks is Techie's base intelligence being increased by 3. Not even going to discuss that. We don't care.
That's okay. I think it's pretty good.
You can discuss it. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, you hit more
it
harder.
Seems good, yeah.
3 damage.
What? For hitting? I was thinking for mana pool in the early game. It's quite nice.
I mean, no, I think it's the damage. You just pop people a few more times and then jump on them. That's all you're supposed to do, is hit them until they're half and then blow up on them. So
yeah, true enough.
I don't know. You don't really like set a whole bunch of mines around.
Yeah, I suppose you don't. Yeah, it's maybe more just playing around the blast off. Yeah, FY plays Techies. He did it Epicenter. We'll see if this hero is picked at all at TI. Probably we'll see like 1 run out, I reckon. I reckon we'll get like 1 or 2 picks.
I think it's a decently strong hero. It's just nobody wants to play with it or against it.
Or talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marco, any comment about Techies?
No comment.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just I was debating the no comment.
To be honest, my only comment would be anti-Adam giving speech time to techies. Shouldn't be encouraging this kind of thing. We should try and 1984 it and like make people think it doesn't exist.
I had a techies
Burn
jungle,
the books on techies.
and so I had to in my jungle, so I had to do it. I did it in a party game, and then you got to.
Yeah,
I have to finish the entire jungle. So then,
guaranteed you had
Never
3
swaps.
ones in your backpack.
I finished it, and it opened up more paths. And you know what it gave me again? Techies.
No.
So I got to do it again.
Adam's never been happier.
Adam's like nether swapping his like Svens and Slardars trying to get techies. Yeah. Sven, base damage reduced by 2. Stormhammer cooldown increased from 16 to 13 to now being 19 to 13. And Warcry's shield base health reduced from 60, 90, 120, 50. Now 60 up to 120 rather than 60 up to 150. Basically, they've nerfed Sven's base kit with a slight damage reduction and then 2 of his spells on the cooldown. And the shield, obviously, on the Warcry. Probably fair enough. I don't think the hero is too much worse, though. This isn't a hammer nerf.
How many times have they nerfed Sven? And he still sticks around.
Yeah. I guess
they nerfed him all the way through being a 3 and a 5. And then like, okay, we'll just play him as a 1 again. And they're like, okay, well, I guess I'll just keep nerfing these skills. And turns out they're still pretty okay.
Yeah, it feels like ever since they made that change to his ult, when they changed it from being... It used to just be bonus damage, didn't it? And then now it's bonus strength.
Yeah.
Ever since they made that change, it feels like he's been...
That and his Warcry changing from from an armor to like a health shield.
So good, yeah.
Yeah, Warcry is so good. I actually press Warcry now. Back in the day when I played Sven, I'd always after a fight, I'd be like, oh man, I forgot to press my E.
Mate, that's me with anti-mage counterspell. Still not used it.
Yeah. That's also me with Monkey King Mischief. I mean, that's a much more minor one, but I thought I never use Mischief to try and dodge damage.
It's also you with Impale on Lion.
What are you talking about? Where's that come from?
That I was saying your shit at support.
Oh,
yeah! Don't look up.
Sorry, are you just jealous of my Warlock double down?
Yeah, I'm very
pressing Golem.
Don't look up Stan support.
Stan support can be jibed at. That's fine.
You can look up Stan support. You see a +50 on a Snorlock.
Snorlock.
Yeah, just press. I was just healing a jug in lane, and I was like, wow, this is so easy. He doesn't have to leave lane. I can just stay under tower the entire game.
Just alt tabbing until your W's back up.
I was literally alt tabbing until Tome of Knowledge comes off cooldown, and then just press it, get level 6, run around, die. Doesn't matter because I'm Warlocks, fly about. Yeah. I guess that brings us to SB. Spirit Breaker, Nether Strike bonus damage reduced from 150 to 250 to now 120 to 250. Adam, what does this mean? What does this mean for Spirit Breaker?
30 damage at level 6. I don't think it... I mean, I guess it's a little bit worse.
A little bit annoying, but obviously not game breaking.
You just bash them and make it up. Just get a greater bash off and then make up that damage.
Yeah. It's not 17%. I mean, it's so much higher than that in reality. I want to see what their real numbers are.
Yeah, the statistics is like 30.
He's like the best hero, I think.
Was in the game.
Yeah. I won't go that far. I think he's one of the top 3 heroes to play in pubs. If you want MMR.
Wow. Maybe I need to play him then. Jeez, I do want MMR, so...
As a 4... a 4 that kind of transitions to a 4.5. He is amazing.
54% win rate at Immortal, Divine, and Dota buff. It's not too bad. Definitely. And then if you look at the list, what is very much a true comment that every hero above him is far harder to play successfully.
What are the
I
heroes
mean,
above him?
I mean, you got like your Visage, Meepo, Lycan, Chen, Luna, Darkseid, Io, Huskar. So it's like the point Adam says about how basic this guy is. If you can really just be dumb and out of practice and play this hero and do well.
You need to look at the mini map. And way to really legitimize my climb, sir. Any brain dead guy can play this hero.
That's the general message, but Adam's a very talented Spirit Breaker player, so
Yeah, Adam sets the mold.
Yeah.
And the rest of the brain dead followers will do exactly that, follow. Slardar. Aghanim Sector regen bonus increased from 25 to 35. Marco, we were already talking about this Puddle Slardar pure tank lifestyle.
yeah.
And now it's 10 higher HP regen. I mean, if this boy is in a puddle, there's nothing you can do about it.
And the talent synergizer with it as well. Health regen talent's gone up, and his health amount to talent's gone up. So honestly, yeah, this guy getting a blink Ags, or even just a Midas Ags, and he's run into a fight and slap down a puddle. He's really bloody tanky.
Still makes me laugh that the word puddle is actually in the game of Dota 2. Rikimaru. Base health regen a lot less, but it's been moved to the Cloak and Dagger. This makes no difference, does it? I suppose. I guess it just
at level 1.
No. Yeah, level 1 it makes no difference, but now at higher levels he does have a lot higher base regen. He'll have 6 HP regen, not including like items and strength.
Yeah, as opposed to 3.
This is at level 4 I'm talking about, yeah. As opposed to just 3 throughout the board. Fade delay on Cloak and Dagger is less at early levels. What do we think
it's really
about
strong.
this? Yeah,
I think Ricky is always feels bad as a support. And I feel like it just makes him eligible to be a 4 again, because you would run around and you would never have any health. Couldn't really trade very well. But now with the regen, you can do that. You don't have to go tranquils, or you can kind of just level 1 Cloak and Dagger being 1.5 seconds faster. You can pop in and out a lot more.
Yeah, I like it. It'd be cool if Ricky could be played as a 4. I feel like he's only good as a 1 now, and even then, it's it's not very good as a 1. Maybe mid, some wacky stuff have happened sometimes, but it'd be cool to see him as a 4.
I think Ricky used to be one of my most played Dota 1 heroes.
Explains a lot. Ricky Spammer.
Back when he had a Death Ward.
What was the Death Ward?
He had Witch Doctor's ult for a while, I thought.
That doesn't sound familiar to me. That sounds fucking old. What? His ult used to be...
His ult in Dota 2 used to be his invisibility.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say
until you get level 6. Yeah.
Oh, no, his ult...
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
He used to not be invis until level 6?
Yes. It was
Like
called
Vendetta.
permanent. It was called permanent invisibility. Was his level 6?
And then it was weird because his blink got changed to his ult at one point.
I don't remember that.
I believe his ult got... I think at one point he had blink on his ult and he had charges on his blink. And then it got switched to some AoE thing.
Yeah.
Man,
You're right.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, Ricky, I think he's a cool guy. I like the hero. I hate playing against it, but I think it's really fun to play. Don't mind getting a little nudge in the right direction.
And this way you can get treads again and not be parched on health. And he really wants treads for the Agi, so you can multiply it / have more attack speed.
Yeah. That'll be interesting to see.
And honestly,
where
this
Ricky ends up.
smokescreen talent, like from a 4 perspective, it's already really oppressive to have Ricky's smokescreen like be that low cooldown. So just to buff it even a little bit more, like that's kind of scary actually.
He's got a 55% win rate. It's been
that's good now.
It's been increased by about over 1%, 1.25%.
I think Ricky's 10 and 15 talent, or it's always really... Well, maybe his 10 isn't too hard. So his 10 is 8 agi or 6 health regen. I guess you will get the agi because you shouldn't need the health regen too much. And I guess that's been helped now with this Cloak and Dagger giving you HP regen. But then at 15, I feel like it's always a kind of a bit of a tricky choice. So now it's that smoke screen cooldown lower, but then the alternative is 20% plus 20% critical strike, brackets 1.5 times. I don't really know what that means, but it just means your like backstab is stronger, right? But anyway, I always find that choice quite. I want to get the damage of the backstab, but then minus 8 second smoke screen.
I think it's a trap because it's actually just a 3 second cooldown smoke screen that lasts for 6 and is really big and silences and slows.
Yeah, it becomes a 3 second cooldown and it lasts for 6. Yeah, I think actually. So I think what happens to me is I always don't get it because I'm like, I want to do more damage, but then I come into fights and I'm like, wow, imagine if I had smoke screen up now to do all this slow and silence. So yeah, maybe it's just
the same with the 20. Like you don't get the backstab multiplier because 700 or 100 range on your blink strike is just
unbelievable,
absurd. Yeah.
Yeah, and the miss rate as well, right? 70% miss chance.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Honestly, his smoke screen's so strong, and then when you get blink cast range, you're going everywhere. Can't die. Just get into fights so easy. Oof, I like this hero.
Yeah. He's getting a bit too good for my liking, I think. Life drain damage is a bit higher. It's 50 higher at level 3. I'm confused about... How does the life drain damage work? Is this DPS?
Should be. 350
DPS. It's pretty high. I suppose it's not that high, actually. A second's quite long. It's quite nice, 50 damage in a second. If you assume you're getting your ult off for a couple of seconds, that's going to be 100 damage more than you were getting yesterday. So it's worth considering.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, I guess kind of makes it a bit stronger in the late game when people have more health anyway, so...
Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to be said about that. It's a nice little Pugna buff, rather. Purge, Flesh Heap health regen increased from 5, 8, 11, 14. Now it's just 1 higher. 6 scaling up to 15. And now Rot Slow talent is higher. It's 20% rather than 16%. More Flesh Heap building. Is the core Pudge becoming a reality? I hope so. Imagine seeing some core Pudge flying around at TI. That would definitely be exciting.
Yeah. You wonder if you go Rot Slow over Spell Lifesteal.
Probably take Lifesteal, I think, if you're a core Pudge.
It's a 52% slow if you get the Rot Slow talent.
Yeah, what is it without the talent?
Well, 32.
I feel like you may as well just keep it like that. The extra slow doesn't make a ton of difference, I don't think.
But then with more slow, you can get more right-click slaps off. So when you go this phase boots Pudge build,
you should be able to endlessly... You should be able to endlessly slap them with 35% slow.
Pudge is naturally really slow hero. Maybe with phase windlace you could pull it off, but yeah, I do feel like the spell lifesteal's still a little bit better.
Yeah, it's just nice.
Particularly if you've got the rot damage as well. The level 10 talent.
PL Juxtapose Illusion. I feel like we'd had this change last patch. Was it 16 and they changed it to 18 and now they've changed it to 20?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I guess another little PL buff.
It doesn't take much for him to just go over the edge. I would rather not see more Ana PL at this TI.
Yeah, just PL in general, like PL Spectre TI. I'd rather not eat as well. PA, they changed to talents. The 25s increased from plus 5% Coup de Grace to plus 10%.
Coup de what?
Coup de Grace.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace. Whatever. We're English. This is an English podcast. We're not talking this weird continental language. What is it? French?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Seb's going to do a twit longer about this podcast.
Yeah. Disrespected other cultures. Now I'm banned from TI.
Community.
I'm gonna have to do a Twitch like DotA France hub where I like answer questions.
Yeah.
Apologise to the community. I don't really. I don't know, plus 10 coup de grace, whatever it is, coup de grace. Is double. That seems pretty good to double something. Or do we not care about 25 because it's so irrelevant because you get the triple?
I think it makes it closer and makes it a little more tempting to go, but I think the triple Stifling Dagger is just so strong.
Yeah, it is a bit too good, I think.
Yeah, too good.
Yeah.
Because it basically goes from 15% chance to 25% chance if you get the level 25 talent, which, I mean, a quarter of a chance to crit is really strong. It pretty much guarantees it during a Phantom Strike.
Yeah.
But triple daggers, though, it's just such a strong spell.
Yeah, you can just win fights from triple dagger for certain.
Yeah. Fortune's End mana cost 25% more at level 1. How do we think this is going to affect Oracle?
Well, 30%, 33% more.
I thought I just said 25 more.
Oh, sorry.
Maths. I can't. Maybe I said something else.
But I mean, anyway, yeah, it's gone up in a third, 25 more mana. That spell, Fortune End, is used a lot in the lane. So,
definitely.
I mean, you use it 3 times, 75 mana more, gone. How often does Oracle in a lane find himself with 0 mana? In active lanes, Oracle's spamming spells quite a lot, so it does hurt him a little bit.
It will be felt, for sure.
Feelings will be hard, yep.
Still a top tier support, though, we think? Oracle, like a top 5 support?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like Warlock, Oracle.
Yeah, he gets first phase banned an awful lot still.
Pretty often, yeah. And he's still the classic counter to, your Darkseers and stuff like that. They often want to get him out of the pool. If you can ever pick an Oracle against a Darkseer, then the other team's majorly messed up their draft.
Or a bat.
Or a bat, that's the other one as well. I still feel like the hero's strong enough that you need to either pick or ban Oracle before you pick your Darkseer or your Troll, whatever it is. So
he's such a good hero, honestly. I mean, I feel like I've not seen him at Epicenter because he gets first phase banned all the time, but the fact he can make someone magic immune and then he can also disarm an enemy hero, and then he's also got this strong dispel, save, ult, and then he's got a root, and then he's got a damage nuke. There's literally nothing this guy can't do, so top tier support for certain.
Yeah. Top tier support Ogre Magi? Question mark. Multicast item, multicast buffer range increased from 200 to 600. I have to read that again. Multicast item, multicast buffer range increased from 200 to 600. What does that mean?
Buffer range? What?
Does that mean that when you use an item on someone, it can multicast and the range for the second cast is further away or something? 600.
Maybe. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like you use an item on something or someone like Midas, and then if it gets lucky and multicast that item, it could land on something in a 600 radius rather than just 200 radius.
I think so. That sounds about right to me.
Multicast, bloodlust, multicast. Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Good.
Buffer range. Multicast interval from 0.5 to 0.6. This is actually a bit bugged, I think, because I think someone put on Reddit how they were stunned by an Ogre Magi. They bought back, TP'd into the fight, and then the second multicast instance of the Ogre stun cancelled their TP back into the fight. Like it, even though they died and bought back, the spell was still multicasting on them.
That is funny.
So yeah.
Imagine if that was found out in a pro match.
How is this even balanced? Yeah.
Yeah. Loader.
Morphling, Waterman, worst model in Dota 2, attribute shift, bonus agility and strength rescaled from 4,567 to 1,357. Same at level 4, a lot worse at level 1.
A little harder time last hitting in lane. Maybe you have to go a little bit lower in health. Level 1.
So it just means the level 1... It just means at the earlier levels he just has a lot less agility. I don't know how much it would work out.
Well, yeah, so now you've got three less damage.
There's 3 less agility, so yeah.
So when you skill your attribute shift and then you shift to whatever agi you normally do, you've just got 3 less at all agility because of that bonus being lower. So now maybe you go, all right, I'll shift 3 more agi and lose 60 HP to get back to the same damage I would have a patch ago.
So wait, when Morphling skills attribute shift,
He gets
originally he gets 4 strength and 4 agi.
Yes, at level 1.
That's pretty good. And now he has 1 strength and 1 agi.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Podcast saved.
Yeah.
They will
Podcast
never
saved.
know.
Mirana leap charge replenish time reduced at early levels, and Starstorm Scepter recharge is changed a little bit. I mean,
Hey, that leap charge thing going down, really
it's
nice
pretty
for the mid. Really nice for the mid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
agree.
pretty tasty change for the Mirana.
Yeah, man.
Man, I've been playing Ember with the Ags and the Octarine. Excuse me. So I know all about charge, replenish time. That's some good stuff when that goes down. You're flying about a lot easier across the map. Mars talents minor change. Luna talents nice buffs as well. It'd be nice to see if Luna come back as a position 1. Kind of boring in the sense that you do just AFK farm, but it'd be cool to see Luna. I want all the heroes to be pickable, and Luna's not really pickable.
It's a lot of cast range.
Yeah, 400's crazy long.
If you get to go the magic build, that's a lot of cast range.
Plus 4 Luna, get it going.
I think Io Luna.
Magic build?
Yeah, magic
Mid.
build plus 4.
Or no, just mid.
Probably plus 4.
Yeah.
Some Lich changes. Sinister Gaze cooldown is 3 seconds lower at level 25. Do you take cast range? I guess you take Frost Shield duration at 20, right? Plus 3 seconds.
Probably, if you want it to heal your towers at level 25.
Yeah, I mean, 200 cast range is nice, but
It's really good with the Sinister Gaze.
Yeah, it's really
True,
that
yeah.
Sinister Gaze. If you can catch that, because you've got that cast range talent, you can win
it's
a fight.
interesting choice, I suppose. I guess, yeah, looking forward to that 25, you probably... Frost Shield duration is... This hero is one of the best spells. Awful lot of armor.
But then cast range applies to items, doesn't it? So actually, I think that means the cast range talent's just way better.
What
because-
items are you thinking about?
4-staff Glimmer, just using items and spells from further away in these late game
It doesn't...
fights
I
is
didn't-
so good.
Yeah, you can use 4 stuff on like allies and enemies from further away. It's true. Yeah, it doesn't boost you any further though.
No, just being able to be further
Yeah.
back in fights. Can't win games if you're dead and can't use spells and items.
Yeah, but your spells are better by 3 seconds. It's got to be a Gosu gamer in position
3
perfectly.
seconds of Frost Shield at that stage in the game, I don't think matters.
Yeah.
No, but that's 3 extra seconds at level 25 that it's healing the tower.
Yeah, but that's what, like 60 more HP or something. How much? Like, I'm lobbying for getting that cast range
Cast range.
talent 100% of the time.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel like you've maybe convinced me as well.
It's 180, sir.
That doesn't win you games.
I mean, I've seen it win games back in the day with the Adam Lich. The Adam Lich mid that we just couldn't lose. I've
Yeah,
seen some
we're
things.
not-
They
no,
killed
no,
Lich
no.
mid, though, so...
Yeah, they did kill Lich mid. Kotl, Keeper of the Light, Chakra Magic cooldown reduction from -3 to -6. Now it's -4 to -7. And Will-O-Wisp unit move speed from 25 to 35. I don't know. Oh,
That's pretty
the
good, so
amount that they move towards the middle.
Yeah, that's quite
That's
nice.
pretty good.
That is nice because it's often super, super close. If you Will-O-Wisp on top of someone, you get the initial, I guess,
Pull back and then they
pull
run
back,
out.
and then they often can run out. It's often very close, like really close, to being able to run out from the middle. So I think that'll be a pretty tasty change.
I would love
probably.
to see more Kotl. I think it's a really cool hero. I really, really like his ultimate.
Yeah, Kotl seems like an okay place. Decent couple of buffs, I suppose.
Yeah, the next change is Io, which is the other most significant change of the patch, with probably TA.
Go on, do the honours.
So his level 20 talent no longer grants Tether, no longer grants Scepter bonus. It's now just plus 15 armor. So this IO Gyro combo that you would see like run in 50% of pro games will no longer exist.
You think it will no longer exist? I mean, it is a big nerf, yeah.
IO Gyro was first phase picked in many games.
Yeah, certainly was, yeah. And the Scepter talent is super synergizes so well with Gyrocopter.
Yeah.
Because it's an item that he loves, but is just not going to buy himself.
I feel like he should
also
buy it himself still. I feel like he can still do it.
But it's like...
Where's he going to fit it in?
I think, he's still obviously got lots of justification for buying it, but in these games when it was run, it's like, oh, you get to this 30-minute point, oh, the carries have got like high teens, thousands of gold, but then IO Tether's Gyro now he's got a 4k boost out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Now just head and shoulders above the enemy cores.
Is he really going to be level 20 at 30 minutes in the game?
IO?
Like he doesn't have a XP talent anymore.
I don't know, but whenever I saw this IO Gyro running these pro games, like they just make you just make your game plan. IO get level 20, Gyro farm, and then we win.
Yeah, that's basically how they used to do it. Also, the IO Luna is a lot weaker now because the Luna Ags is another situation where it's a crazy spell, but Luna doesn't really want to build Ags.
IO's obviously still an amazing hero.
I don't know. I mean,
I think this is underrated.
IO
I think 15 armor is really good.
Yeah, it makes it a lot harder to kill.
I mean, just in a lobby, I jumped in, bought an urn and a mech, leveled myself to 20, and got the talent. He has 29 armor, and he's a strength hero. So he's got like 65% physical resist. So do you really jump on the IO now to kill him? Because you can't really kill him. So through overcharge as well.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. IO is one of those where I would be a fool if I said that IO won't be a hero at TI. So be interesting to see how this changes him.
I felt like what happened with him it was he'd get first phase banned, and if he didn't, then the enemy team would run IO Gyro. It'd be interesting to see what happens now. I feel like he will still be strongly contested and picked.
Yeah, IO Gyro is such an interesting drafting conundrum as well, because if you first pick IO, the other team, say that there were two heroes that are basically Gyro is so bad as a hero by himself. He's only good with IO, so the enemy team you're drafting against, if you just first pick IO, in their second and third pick, they're never going to like steal the Gyro pick, because then you're like, great, you've got a naked Gyro and I've got an IO first pick, like we've won the draft. So you basically have to ban IO, or the other teams, whoever's got first pick is going to take IO Gyro probably almost certainly. Certainly the teams that run it. Invoker, decent buff, 15 I guess for the Crossworks Invoker, or just in general, a bunch of them get that cold snap duration, decrease, alacrity, minor buff.
Cold snap, cooldown decrease.
Yeah, cold snap, cooldown decrease. So be it. Whatever. Huskar, the inner fire damage has been increased. It's now 310 damage at level 4. 265 it used to be.
Whatever.
I think, they're just like throwing in some nice little buffs, try and get the hero relevant in the pro scene, because at the moment it simply is not.
I mean, this change isn't the one that will make it happen.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Pretty good nuke, though.
It is a good nuke, I think, yeah. It's a decent spell, like AoE disarm, like it's pretty strong. But the hero is just weak, I guess. But in pubs, it's crushing. In pubs, it's crazy crushing. Grimstroke Soulbind slow reduced from 10, 20, 30. Now it's just 10 at all levels. Grimstroke's a cool hero, and he's pretty popular right now. He's probably like a top 5 support himself.
I know the slow. It's like they can run away faster now. You know, when you're like binded and you have to like run away.
In
Yeah.
the same direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they're only 10% slow, they can get away a lot quicker. It's significant, I think, for late game.
Yeah, I think it's pretty significant as well, I suppose. Black hole mana cost, they've made them all round numbers. 500 mana at level 3 now. It's quite a lot of mana for a spell, even if it is a spell like Black Hole. And then some minor changes to basically the Eidolon talent. So now it's slightly less, both in the damage and in the number of Eidolons spawned. But you have to be a master tier Enigma to notice, probably. It's just one less and a bit less damage. Enchantress, literally unkillable, base armor's increased, and the heal per wisp's been increased to 13 per wisp at the 4th level, whereas it used to just be 10 at all levels.
I like her a lot. I hope she shows up at TI.
I hate Ench because of the situations where she'll be in this really good lane and you can't touch her and she's just slapping you with pokey little sticks.
Yeah, oh my goodness. And it's so annoying. It's like as soon as she gets 6, you just have to like leave the lane, basically.
Yeah.
Kind of annoying.
If she has a free lane, she fucking hurts.
Yeah. Ember Spirit, Aghanim Scepter now reduces mana cost to 25 instead of 0. And Searing Chains damage is less at level 1, basically at early levels it's less. And the minus 25 restore charge time is now minus 20, so basically the 25 talent isn't quite as strong. You've got to wait an extra 5 seconds for the restore time, which is basically just like an Ags Ember nerf when you get Ags and Octarine in the 25 talent or whatever. Seems fair. I do think this is an underrated nerf to the Ember because it does mean that you can't, even with Aghanim Scepter, if you've got no mana, you can't escape, which isn't an unfeasible situation to find yourself in. As
wait. What did you just say?
That if you have no mana now on Ember, even with the Aghanim Scepter, you can't escape with a Remnant.
What? Why not? It says the Scepter reduces mana cost to 0.
It's to 25.
To 25 instead of 0.
Oh.
Podcast saved version 2.
Big nerf. Big nerf.
Oh, okay, that's a hugely great nerf to see. Yeah, okay, yeah, you get rid of all his mana and you can't get out. Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
Great change.
Scepter's pretty core on the hero as well, so...
I didn't realize
showing off a
Scepter
lot, I
reduced the mana cost to 0. That's tasty. Oh, it used to be tasty. Yeah, that's a massive change then to the Scepter.
Ember's a cool, dominating hero. He's picked up a lot as well, so I guess a nerf was coming his way. He's a fun hero though, and he's especially fun with Dagonums, although it is pretty insane. Especially, 25 Ember Spirit is a joke. With the if you get Ags Octarine with the talent, the talent's nerfed now, but my goodness, it's so fun. I highly recommend people try and get to a late game Ember Spirit situation if they can. They'll have a lot of fun doing it. Of the remaining heroes, I don't know if you want to jump to one. We can skip through Disruptor, and we can skip Dazzle as well. Basically, I think, just cast range increase and Shadow Wave heal / damage increase on both of the 15 talents on Dazzle. Small attack range increase for Disruptor.
That's a nice quality of life improvement for Disruptor, supporting in the lane, getting a longer attack range. Helps him.
I feel like he has quite a long attack range.
Oh yeah, 600 is good already.
625 is
625 is now really good.
Long, yeah.
Bramble makes cooldown reduced 25 to 20. Nice buff to Willow. Darkseer's base movement speed down and strength down. It's a very, very good hero. We've always said it's a very strong hero, so slight nerf is welcome. Clink's getting strength gain, agi gain. Strength gain improved, but agi gain reduced. Nice. And then burning armor, spawn interval improved. So
they show up faster.
They show up faster. It's a bit annoying because
with the weird noise when they come out.
Is that the same noise as the skeletons Wraith King makes when they spawn? Could be the same file. Darkham.
It sounds like little shovels when the Wraith King dudes come out. One last thing on Drow Ranger. So marksmanship bonus damage is now treated as a regular single instance of damage that can be crit. What does that mean?
So it used to be it was marksmanship was bonus damage. So it was 2 instances of damage. So you'd only crit on the base. And now it's a together amount that you can crit on totally, which is good in every situation except breaking through refraction charges and tree, I think.
But we need to have a crit item for this change to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's just saying, okay, buy Casual Crystallis and maybe Dro's going to be a bit more useful.
140, I like that her marksmanship goes up now. 120, 130, 140 is pretty good. Gonna make it a little better since it doesn't pierce all the armor.
Yeah, they've got to make up a little bit for like the dumpster changes that happened a while ago when Drow was just dominating super hard. When we got the crazy double hammer blow of the ancient one shot and then also the armor piercing, all that malarkey. They're just getting Drow back on her feet, I guess, a little bit.
A general comment, it's quite interesting that this is... Wait, is this going to be the last patch before TI? Or will they do 7.23? Because obviously TI doesn't start...
They won't do...
for ages, but quals are happening now. Will patches happen after the quals or something? Or
there won't... I strongly believe there won't be a 7.23, but there might be a 7.22e.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
I can't remember what they do, yeah. Anyway, Chen's ultimate heal is less at levels 1 and 2. The Divine Favor active cooldown increased. So...
What's the active Divine Favor? Is that the...
Pulling somebody.
That's the recall.
Okay, so the recall's now 30 seconds longer at level 1. That seems pretty fair.
How do you level Chen?
Who knows?
That's a podcast in itself, surely.
Yeah, true.
Centaur. So this guy I kept seeing get first phase banned at Epicenter.
He's in a lot of games. Yeah, he's a lot of games.
So double damage, double edge base damage reduced at all levels but level 4. It's now 120 instead of 150 at level 1. It used to be such a good value point to have a 150 damage spell with only a single point in it. So that's like a pretty decent minor nerf. And then the mana cost of Stampede, going up 150, 200, 250 rather than 150 at all levels. Pretty annoying. It's not game ending. Neither is the double edge, but it does just make him not as strong slightly. Bouncing to buffs is a bit annoying.
100 banner at level 3 is
annoying. It is a bit annoying.
There's definitely going to be times now where I'm going to use Hoof Stomp and double edge and then press T, which is R for all of you people out there with inferior hotkey setups. And then nothing's going to happen. And I'm going to look down and be like, darn, 250 mana. I'm a centaur. I've got no mana.
Yeah, he's really got no mana.
Yeah. He's always struggled with mana.
So I guess that does hit him where it hurts a bit. But yeah.
Bounty Hunter's got 2 buffs, base regen of health higher, Shuriken toss cooldown lower. Bounty Hunter to me is a bit of an annoying hero. I don't mind not seeing that hero in pubs.
I agree. I don't mind not seeing him. Although I suppose 0.75 mana regen, health regen rather, is quite nice for a hero like that that's gonna have downtime that you want to be regenning up as much as you can.
Yeah.
Similar to the Ricky, but obviously not as big a change as Ricky had. Bloodseeker, base armor increased by 1. Rupture Scepter now has a 25-second cooldown rather than 0 to help with misuse.
2.25 second cooldown.
0.25 seconds. I guess that's so you don't just double click on someone.
Yeah.
Makes sense, I guess. Nice little quality of life. And then we already did the napalm.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. That was the first change we did. So
B to Z back to B.
Yeah, there you go. Got all of them. So from what we can remember, what do you think are the key takeaway changes, what do you think are the ones that actually stand out? Because a lot of minor ones.
TA.
Yeah, TA refraction.
That morphling morph scaling, right? Am I right? Or
Am I right?
crap.
Right.
Fate Warlock?
I
I
don't think
want to
that's
try Ricky 4. That looks fun.
Yeah.
I want to try a core right-click Underlord. That looks fun.
Yeah, and I think the Oracle, maybe the mana is a medium impactful change.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Warlock's a correction is the way I see it of these like stupid gimmicks. Pit Lord 1, let me go. I would be happy with that as well. Potent mid, bit more viable with that leap change. I think that's really good. Really, really good.
Yeah, and then Ember nerf with the mana cost to the Scepter as well.
That's like
mild.
It's like correcting these extreme cases.
Yeah.
Although the Ember case of having an Ags isn't extreme anymore. But yeah, so it's just good to correct it still. It was a bit too good.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, for me, I just to wrap up a reflection on the patch at the moment, I think going into TI, the patch seems like it's in a really good place. I didn't watch a ton of Epicenter, but from what I did watch, the games were always pretty good, I thought. And I mean, game 4 of the finals was one of maybe the best game I've seen. It is unbelievable, sick game. Definitely what originally I was saying, like, watch the Noob from UA, which there is actually an individual Noob from UA video of just that game that's like 15 minutes long, I think. But honestly, it could be worth a full VOD when you get the time, when you get an hour, because it's one of the, I mean, it just had everything. That game had everything. 45k comeback for Liquid, one-shotting a Roche, an egg, an Aghanim Scepter Phoenix egg surviving with a right click, with the last right click being a few pixels away from killing the egg, and the egg had 2 heroes that didn't have buyback in them. I mean,
oh, the egg had
bonkers.
The Liquid heroes in them.
Yeah, the egg had Puck and Phoenix in them, and neither of them had buyback, and the last Lina right click was pixels away from hitting the egg.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Actually bonkers. Literally just bonkers stuff. Left, right, and centre. So I don't know about you two, but I'm pretty happy with where the patch is heading into the sort of crunch time of the season.
Nothing impressive.
Nothing impressive, did you say?
I said oppressive.
Oh, right, right.
Nothing that feels like super necessary to fix.
Just a quick question before we go to ask you guys. You know, a TI like TI4, where the patch is like notoriously bad, did people have a sense that the patch was it was a sort of poor patch going into TI, or was it one of the things that just developed over the course of the tournament?
No, it showed up. It just happened. Like the insular meta happened, and people realized, whoa, if we just group up in Death Ball and then just like cast Chronosphere and have a Skywrath mage, we can delete anybody and then just push all the towers. Like, that's basically what happened.
Interesting. I'm sure Ice Frog and the balance team are I'm sure they've learned a lot as well over the years, I can imagine. Getting ready for TI. That'd be interesting to see. Any final thoughts, Marco? Play some Dotes? Feels good to play some Underlord 1?
It will do.
It will do.
Yeah.
There you go.
It will do. There's your episode name right there.
Yeah, it'll do.
Well, I'm on about Pit Lord will do.
Yeah, the app will do as well. Cheeky 7.22D review in the books. Join us on Friday for, I think, hopefully a good app. Certainly a good intro, because we'll have some
open calls, Pog.
Some crazy updates indeed.
Oh, one drop. Kappa.
Yeah. So yeah. Join us again then. Oh, what?
Oh, are you doing NA open calls, Adam?
No.
Oh.
I ain't got time for that. Unfortunately.
What? Don't have time to NTI. Come on, bro.
Can't travel to China.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the point of qualifying?
I'm already traveling to China.
Yeah. Yeah. Join us on Friday for all of the lowdown, all the gossip, all of the roster shuffles, the new meta roster shuffles.
R2TL roster shuffles when Adam loses more games.
This is our first real series in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it's tonight, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Big
Unless
stuff.
our team doesn't, the enemy doesn't show up again, then we get
Yeah.
another walkover.
Ready
Yeah.
for that.
Join us again then, listener. But from us, bye.
Bye.
Bye.